Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So, I'm still under the weather. It's been 11 days now. My wife just tested positive after 10 days still. So, this COVID thing is lingering. So, I'm going to make this one nice and short. Everyone has heard the news that the FBI has raided the Trump Mar-a-Lago residence, and now this morning he was in court in New York and he pled the fifth, which is ridiculous because remember how many times back, and I think I even have a clip here, 2016, where Trump said, hey, only mobsters plead the fifth. Well, Donald Trump pled the fifth today. Check this out.
Former President Trump, in a new statement, says he pleaded the Fifth Amendment today at the New York Attorney General's office. Back with us is NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delaney. And Ken, so what do we know about this deposition that the former president had just moments ago?
I'm going to play this for a minute.
Trump has issued a pretty lengthy statement that obviously was written well in advance, Jose, where he lays out his reasons for taking the Fifth Amendment. And he acknowledges that he once said, if you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
Exactly.
He also said the mob takes the Fifth. That was back in 2016. Well, he took the Fifth today, refused to answer questions, he's telling us, because he believes that this investigation by the New York State Attorney General, a Democrat, is illegitimate, is a witch hunt. He spent paragraph after paragraph attacking State AG Letitia James, who, in fairness, has criticized Donald Trump pretty vociferously before she launched this investigation.
He does look good, though. I'll give him that.
But it's important to point out here, Jose, that every time Letitia James has gone to court in this case and sought things, whether it's testimony or documents from the Trump organization, judges have ruled in her favor. In fact, judges held Donald Trump in contempt of court for his refusal to turn over documents in this case, and they required that he and his children give these sworn depositions. But this answers the mystery. You know, we were talking at the top of the hour, one of Donald Trump's children, Eric Trump, had taken the fifth in this case, but Ivanka Trump and Don Jr. testified a few weeks ago and were told they did answer questions.
Yeah.
But the former president has decided there's too much legal jeopardy. I'll just read a little bit more of what he said. He said,
listen to this, and then I'll
when your family, your company, and all the people in your orbit have become targets of an unfounded, politically motivated witch hunt supported by lawyers, prosecutors, and the fake news media, you have no choice. And he said that the raid on Mar-a-Lago cemented in his mind that he really shouldn't be cooperating with any investigation. You know, Jose, criminal defendants often talk this way. He's not a criminal defendant in this case. He's a civil defendant. But people under investigation often speak this way. The difference is that millions of people across the country, as we know from personal experience, are going to believe every word that Donald Trump says, even despite the fact that the courts have found that this was a perfectly legitimate civil fraud investigation.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put the rest of this. I think that's it anyway. I'll put it in the comment section. So, he's just a menace to society. I mean, he's been getting away with this forever, you know, even before he was president. It's just very sad to think that, like, this guy, all the way, this mobster, I don't know, mobster, scumbag, menace to society, he became president, people still support him. January 6th, like I said, I say this over and over. Like he said, and he knows it too. I could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and get away with it, and people will still love me. So, there's a funny clip here. Let me see if it's here. Hold on one second. I want to find. Okay, here we are. OJ has something to say about this, and then that'll be it. Oh, sorry with the phone. I'm working on it. I'm just not feeling well. People don't like when I hold up the phone, but in time. Here we go. Ready?
Hello. Yours truly. Well,
let me start that again. I like, hello, Twitter world.
Hey, Twitter world. It's yours truly. Well,
yours truly.
I returned from Louisiana family reunion to two of my house guests who's in town this week. One is a trumpet. He's from Fort Lauderdale, and the other one is just the opposite. And he's from Miami. And, of course, with all the news being about the raid on Mar-a-Lago former presidents to Donald's home.
They used to be buddies, by the way, in the day. Celebrity.
The one guy said, well, they must have something. There's no way the FBI would raid someone's house, especially a former president, unless they got some evidence. One of these people, one of his former aides the various people that worked on the top floor of the White House who all seemed to have some not positive things to say about the Donald and the January 6th hearings and the many books since then by former appointees of his. They got evidence. I said, well, you never know. He said, well, the FBI wouldn't do it unless they have evidence. I reminded him, you recall a few years back when they raided my house in Miami? 15 of them, early in the morning. I had to get my kids out of bed. I'm in a robe. I walked outside because they wouldn't tell me why they were there and turned on the TV because when they arrived, the media came with them. And I saw that it was the SEC task force, a 2-year investigation. I couldn't believe it. I called a friend of mine, and his wife answered and said, they're raiding his house too. We were flummoxed. We didn't know what was going on. Finally, I said, guys, you're in the wrong place. Can I get my kids dressed, take them and get them fed, and get them to school? And they let me do that. Hey, I came home, they were leaving. I never heard another word from the SEC task force. Actually, a couple of years later, I was getting a pedicure down the street from my house at this new place. And the
Still
new
getting a
owner
pedicure,
said
huh?
she was raided that day, but she was involved, and she testified for the FBI against some guys. But she said all they did was ask me about you. And I told them I didn't know nothing about you. But my point is the FBI can be wrong, even though it's hard to believe that Merrick Garland and some federal judge signed off on this. Unless they got something.
Okay, OJ, there you go. Okay, nice and short. Again, sorry for holding up the phone. I'm going to be doing another video when I feel better on there's a great documentary on Netflix called Trainwreck about the 99 Woodstock concert. Real intense. Holy shit. What a disaster, but the music was really like Limp Bizkit and Korn. So I'll be doing more on that. Okay, good friends, good books, sleepy conscience, still sick here. Tabor Talk.